Welcome back to the podcast that still doesn't have a name.
And that's not the name of the podcast.
No.
We literally just don't have a name for it.
I'm Logan.
I'm Ethan.
One of your hosts.
Yeah, I'm also your.
I said
I'm your host.
You're my host.
I mean, you are in my house right now.
You are doing a good job of hosting me.
I paid for this house.
No, don't. Okay.
I pay.
Let's not.
$4,000 a month to rent out this house just so we can film our podcast.
Ethan's being a little bit far-fetched here. He's renting his room in his parents' house.
From my parents.
Yes, which also is apparently very common because it happens to me.
2 out of 2 people. That's 100% of people.
But also, they never show this in the reality TV shows that your parents charge you rent.
Yeah, what is
reality
that? TV shows?
Like Friends or, that 70s show.
You mean those
or
80-year-old people living in their parents' basement?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're in a different timeline.
Step Brothers. I don't think they pay rent, and they're like 40 in that movie.
Step Bro, you pay rent some sort of way.
I mean,
what do you
pay
mean,
up
Step
with
Bro?
that ass.
Oh, you mean the movie?
Yeah, I'm talking about the movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, but they don't pay rent. Can you imagine how it gets?
Because it's Will Ferrell. If you were Will Ferrell, I wouldn't charge you rent.
I would be charging Will Ferrell more rent because he's got more money. More money, more problems.
He also got that gray hair, though.
Oh, he is so nice, though. I'd probably just charge him the normal amount of rent. I wouldn't even upcharge him. That's how nice of a guy I am.
Not even a slight discount.
He gets that Will Ferrell discount, which is about 5% right off the top.
5% family and friends discount and Will Ferrell.
Actually, my family and friends discount is actually worse than my Will Ferrell discount. My friends and family, we'll say friends and family is about 10. But my Will Ferrell discount, that's 50% off. Will Ferrell's basically getting it half off. He is. It's his discount. Okay, back to the real part.
Anyway, your birthday.
I had a birthday.
Yeah.
It was a big one. 19? Actually, okay. It's really only that big in Canada.
Well,
in the States, it's 21. 21 is the big birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
19 is the big birthday here in Canada.
Which is like, isn't that like 3 years difference?
Yeah, which is sucks to be you guys. Anyways, months of planning went into my little shindig.
It was okay. So the amount of actual work that went into planning Logan's birthday, it was probably like an hour of total joined time.
No, it was definitely more than that because I'd talked to people on the phone.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I would text.
And you don't do that.
Dude, I was texting people individually, people in the group chat, people individually that were in the group chat.
Oh, I think
just so I could figure out stuff. Dude, from my end at least.
A lot of work.
A lot of stress. People canceling last minute. People saying things one time, saying things a different time, different times.
Yeah, I think
it was a struggle.
A common problem with people growing up and learning how to be adults
is having jobs.
Is having jobs and learning how to actually plan your life. And
it's so difficult.
From my experience, I'm trash at this. That's why we missed like the last 3 weeks of podcasting.
Yeah.
But yeah, just overall organizing. Okay. As bad as the organizing was, but basically the whole idea of Logan's birthday is we wanted to go out, we wanted to stay a night, and we wanted to just hang out and have fun with all of our friends because we hadn't done it in a really long time because of COVID and because they got jobs and everything like that. So we're like, okay, everyone, let's split the price of like an Airbnb, a hotel, or something. Let's split the price and we'll hang out. So that was like the main idea.
Yeah.
And where did we start from there?
Okay, we started because I wanted everyone to be able to come. So I was like, I'm not going to be charging people super high amounts of money because that just seems unfair. Mm-hmm. So I found this one place. It was like, I can't remember. Sometimes it said like $60 a night. Sometimes it said like $45 a night. It was so weird. Don't understand. But whatever the case was, very cheap cabin in the woods vibe.
Yes.
I wanted to stay for 2 nights because of how cheap it was. And it just did not fit with anyone's schedule.
Yeah,
it was bumping, and I was like, I want people to be able to come for both of the days. And
so,
the house was. It wasn't even a house. It was a cabin.
You really wanted to go to this cabin.
I really wanted to go to this cabin, but thinking about it now would have been a terrible idea.
Hindsight, a little bit of.
It would have been bad because this cabin did not have an actual functioning flushing toilet or electricity
or anything, of that matter.
Anything.
It didn't
No
even have
heat.
beds.
Didn't have a heat. It had like cots as well.
It had like 3 cots for 8 people, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
So not enough. We would have had to sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
But it could have been fun. In
It
the
could have been really
advertisement, it said like, "Oh, there's a lake beside it, but don't go fishing because you'll get swimmer's itch." But you can, don't go swimming because you'll get swimmer's itch. But you can go fishing, and there's trails and stuff. But you need like a 4x4 thing. Also, it said most cell services don't reach out there.
Yeah. So
Pretty fun.
yeah. In my head, I was like camping.
Yeah,
I love camping.
but it's also like
But also, maybe not for my
October.
birthday. It is really cold.
It's raining today. We live in Vancouver.
It's very rainy. So instead, path took a turn. We were looking at some Airbnbs. Airbnb, from the last time I looked at Airbnb, has drastically jumped in price. It is not. It is more expensive to get an Airbnb now than a hotel.
Yeah, there was a lot of places like that.
There is a lot of places.
Especially because like you get the whole house for some places, but even for like a 1-bedroom place, just like a normal like hotel sized place, which sometimes you have to share it with people.
Yeah.
It's like $200 a night.
Yeah. Terrible.
Not happening.
Bro. Terrible. And there's also somebody advertising $15 a night you get an RV.
That's pretty dope. Next
RV?
podcast is gonna be in an RV.
That'd be dope.
Wait, 50. Wait, what? Actually, was it 15?
I kind of just glanced at it. I clicked on it and I was like, this is dumb. This
Yeah.
can't be real. And it said like rent an RV. I was like, okay, I didn't really actually read the ad, but I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, that's pretty weird.
You can't drive it. It's just like sitting there. It's in someone's backyard.
It's an mobile home.
Yeah, so it's just a home.
But it's just it's
on
not a
wheels.
very nice home.
Is it technically?
It's a home sitting on wheels.
Is it on wheels if the wheels don't move?
I think so.
I don't know.
Speaking of RVs, sorry, 1 second. I saw a TikTok today of this $4.4 million RV, which has a garage.
No.
Yeah.
You can't,
Listen to this.
A car
Listen to this.
can't have a garage.
Listen to this. This part underneath, like the main part of the RV, like between the wheels, from like the back wheels to the front wheels, slides out. And you can drive a car onto it.
Oh.
And then it goes back into the RV.
How big is this RV?
Dude, it didn't say, but it must have been huge because it made the car look small as.
That's incredible.
It easily must have been a 40-foot RV. It was one of the big ones, like a bus looking one.
How many wheels? I don't know how. I'm bad with. You mean?
I mean, it was probably
more than 4.
It was probably all RVs are dualies in the back, so it was either 6 or 4 more than 6, 10.
When you say dualies,
Dually means 2,
but
2 on each side, not just 2.
Does it mean like the double thick ones, like those trucks, or does it mean long, like?
No, double thick.
Oh, that's kind of lame. No,
Yeah.
like trucks with double thick wheels just make me sad.
Why?
Because there's too wide, and also the front wheels in the front of the car, they have to make up for the double wide back,
Yeah.
and so they have spikes. I noticed that. I don't understand. I don't like that. Just don't put spikes on your wheels. Like you
Are
really
just
think?
really mad about the spikes and not about the big wheel?
I'm mad about how I think it makes sense because the clearance. You need to understand your clearance. You don't want people bumping up against you, and then all of a sudden, bam! There goes the left wheel
side of my car because
Yeah.
your truck's so big.
Oh,
See, I didn't see a point unless you're towing things, because that makes sense.
max 3,000 pounds.
3,000 pounds.
How many? Like, what do you need to tow? Other
Okay,
than
what if
dirt?
you're going to a car? You towed your car?
Oh, I thought it was for weight on the bed.
Nah,
Oh, it's just for anything?
yeah. Dude, have you never seen a truck pulling an RV?
Clearly
Could you imagine the size of the
Actually,
RV
you
you
know
could
what?
pull with a truck that is 6 tires instead of 4? Probably a pretty damn big RV.
Probably one, yeah.
Probably
or any
a
RV.
nice big trailer, bro.
Maybe that $1 million RV.
Dude, you could probably buy some pretty swanky ass trailers too.
We should have just gotten an RV trailer for your birthday instead of
Party trailer.
So okay, actually,
woo woo.
back to your birthday. We ended up spending it's too much money. I think it was $80 Canadian per night for 8 people for 2 hotel rooms
per person.
Per person, yeah, that's
For
what I meant.
2 hotel rooms.
Yeah, so 8 times 80 is how much we spent for 2 hotel rooms, which way too much. I looked on Google for the same place, and it was like, oh, buy our place for like $130 a night. How?
I don't know how this website works. It is so upsetting.
Or how any hotel websites work.
Oh
There's
my
like,
God,
how
they're
come
terrible.
Trivago even exists?
Yeah, I don't understand all these secondhand websites being like, oh, there's a discount. I'm like, how is there a discount? Because then you call the hotel room, and they're like, no, there's no discount. What?
Yeah, right? There's no
So
discount.
why would you ever buy a hotel from the hotel website if the prices on these websites are lower?
But then they're always more, though.
But there's still so many people booking through the website, like the website. It is very strange to me.
So
how
if
this
you-
whole thing works.
What happens if you walk into a hotel and just try to give them money? Will they charge you more or cheaper? I feel like
Oh
because
my God!
they're
What if you walked in, holding your phone, you're like, I found this Trivago ad. Is this still available? And they're just like,
match price it or
guess,
price match it?
yeah.
If they probably do that.
Hotels
honestly.
are just so confusing on how they work. Also, at least in Canada, you have to be. I mean, I'm sure it's
I
the
think it's
same in
19
the US.
or 18.
But most hotels are over 21.
What?
You can't book a hotel room unless you're over 21.
Here?
Yeah. And why can't you rent a car unless you're over 25? That is insane to me.
I think it's insurance. Because, like, they need to make sure. You also have to have a credit card. But, like, you can get a credit card at 19. Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
It's so weird. It's so very weird to me.
Because if you crash it, you need to have, like, assets. They want to
But
be
you
able
know
to take
what?
away your house.
If you look, like, seniors have way more accidents than young kids.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why don't we just tax the old then? Everyone's talking about taxing
Yeah.
the rich.
They're
Let's just
close to death anyways.
steal it from the old people.
They're like, I don't want to give you my money. They're like, I don't care. Let me take it.
and they all hide it in their box springs too. So
Oh
you just
my God.
unzip that
All
mattress.
evil old people. All seniors are evil. They're stealing our good earned
They're just
money.
no. They're holding on
They're
to it.
hoarding it.
They're hoarding
They
it for
have no
themselves. They have
use.
no use for
They're
it.
like, I'm gonna give it to my grandchild.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, when? When are you gonna give it to them?
What
when they
pass
die?
away?
So what are you doing now
Also,
with it? I'm
going,
saying-
this podcast is just a big rant. Why when you're given money from like the government or if it's in a will, you have to be of a certain age to accept the money.
That's, I mean, like, you have to be like I think 18, right, to accept the money at least.
I
Here.
think it's
or
19. I think it's 19.
I think it makes sense because you don't want to give it to. I think it's because until you're like 19 or whatever, you're under the like
Parents
discretion
thing,
of your
yeah.
parents, and so your parents would take the money, and technically your parents.
Do you
are
know
in
what? We should
control
just
of
cut that from the podcast because now I'm thinking about it. Like that makes total sense. I shouldn't have ever said
it. No,
that.
honestly, I think it's a fair point though, because like
It does suck for some people who might need it. People paying for
Yeah.
school and they can't wait.
yeah, I think there's different scenarios, but imagine like, oh, I want to give 80 grand to my child. I think you can. No, but then it goes to the parents. I don't get it. Or how is it that like you can do so many things? Okay, let's name a thing that you can do before you're 18. You can
Drive a go-kart.
okay, I meant like
You can
I meant
drive.
important
You
thing.
can
You can
drive.
drive. There you go. You can drive. They're like, yeah, this person can operate a motor vehicle,
But
a
they are-
4,000-pound.
Okay.
But they're not old enough to take like a $2,000 loan.
Oh. Also, why is the fact that I can drive a car? Okay, hold on. I can drive a car, my own car.
Yeah.
But I can't drive a car owned by an independent company.
You're talking about
Renting a
renting
damn
a
car.
again?
What is this about, bro?
It's because it's so much liability. I think that's why. And that if
Yeah,
you, a 14-year-old,
that insurance company that insures, like, for the rent-a-car, there must be like, holding on by a string. They're just like, anything can go wrong at any moment, and we have to pay them so much money.
No, but have you ever rented a car before or been in a rented car?
I have.
My mom, I went to Ontario with like my family one time, and we didn't know, or maybe we did know, but every time you pass over a certain bridge, you get fined. You get charged, or it's like a $2 toll bridge.
A toll bridge,
and that's just how it goes. Everyone there gets tolled. I don't know the specifics, but either way, with renting cars, if you get the license plate gets charged for anything.
Oh, you got.
You get got plus $100 fee. Imagine going over the toll bridge 4 times.
And you got a $400 fee?
I think so, yeah. Something
Holy
like that.
Smokes.
Numbers are a bit off, but that stuff happens, and I think it's gross.
That is nuts. The only time I've ever been in like a rent-a-car is rented a minivan one time when I went to Disney World. And the back seat, like, a kid had drawn with crayon, like, on the headliner of this minivan.
Oh, no.
And then, like, when we went to return the car, we were like, oh, just so you know.
It was already there before.
It was there before.
They didn't believe you.
They didn't believe... Because they apparently must have just never checked the fucking car.
Yeah.
And... Oh, I swore.
Oh,
I've been trying to keep it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just slipped.
But you got to take that picture yourself, though, if you notice it.
This was like 2013.
Oh, I didn't even have a phone at that point.
Yeah,
Pretty sure dinosaurs are still around then. 2013? What was that? That was
Well,
a year after Gangnam Style.
I think that was the year we landed the thing on the moon, right?
Yeah, the big thing, the big cheese on the moon.
big cheese.
That's when Elon Musk went to Facebook.
Did you know 2007 or something like that, they found water on Mars? Do you remember when they said that? I remember it.
I thought that was like 2015.
I was in like kindergarten.
Wait, what?
I remember being in Miss Leggett's class in kindergarten and someone being like, they found water on the Mars today, and I was like,
oh,
water?
I was never told that.
What?
We want to know what I was told? That sea stars, what are they called? Starfish. Starfish are actually called sea stars.
No. There's two. There's two different. There's sea stars and starfish.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, man.
Because there's starfish. I'm pretty sure only like there's like a certain type of sea star. Because there's sea stars that have like tons of legs. Like
what?
Yeah.
Like 80?
Yeah.
Imagine just like that's a sea anemone at that point.
Yeah.
Or can we talk? Speaking of things that have been changed over the years, Pluto.
Yeah,
just
Pluto's
like,
not a planet anymore.
Like, you know, all of the planets, the big huge balls of things that create.
You're not big enough for us.
Just not a planet anymore.
That's wild.
By definition, makes sense, but like that's such a big change.
Can you think about how big our moon is? I'm pretty sure Pluto's the same size as our moon.
Pluto, is it?
But just imagine looking up to the sky and you just saw Pluto. You'd be like, yeah, that's a planet.
I assume it's like purple, but it's probably just looks like a moon.
Is the moon considered a planet? It has to be. Right?
No. The moon is a moon means
It's a moon.
Moon means moon.
Dark chunky space rock.
No. It's like a satellite. It's like something that moons. It's
something that moons.
Big ball that moons around the Earth.
Then why is the sea level changed because of it?
Because the gravity of the moon pulls the sea level.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, this is the first time I've ever...
actually.
Is it that it's so slight that we can't feel it as humans?
I think it just pulls it into like an oblong shape. And so it just, as it's like pulling, it just... I think that's actually what it is. What? Imagine being
Dude, you're absolutely blowing my mind right now.
You didn't know that?
True. I did not even think
that's
that
why
the gravity of the moon could reach Earth.
Yeah, that's why it happens like every day. The tide goes in, the tide goes out.
You know it happens like that multiple times a day, right?
Well, maybe, but I don't know. No, there's no way.
It
happens twice a day.
No, it doesn't. Bro.
Twice a day at different times. Oh my god. Yeah.
This is the most wild thing I've ever
You're
heard.
actually learning.
I'm going to tell people about this.
When's the last time you've learned since, like, high school? Other than just, like, car tires.
Probably at work.
I just said other...
No, but like, no. Bro, they just talk a lot.
Ah.
And I overhear things. I'm like, I did not know this. There's just lots of stuff I did not know. I'm like, that's crazy. I didn't know this.
What's the weirdest thing you've heard at work, like an employee say or a staff member?
I had a couple. I had this one employee, just the most unfaithful to one significant other
Oh no!
as possible.
As much as possible,
He's just the biggest
player,
player.
but disrespectful man. Not
No. He's
we
not
don't-
disrespectful, but he's just a big player.
dude.
But
But he's
he-
unfaithful.
He's
That's
he's
disrespect.
in a long-term
No. Let's go
relationship.
back. Let's rewind.
No. You'll agree with me once I tell you the story he told me.
Okay. I'll give you that.
So, Valentine's Day, like 4 years ago,
This doesn't sound good.
he writes his girlfriend a note saying that he's leaving and he doesn't know when he's coming back
What?
and that he's breaking up with her.
Wait, does he say he's like going somewhere though?
I can't remember exactly what he said,
Yeah.
but he left her a note. He took 2 weeks off of work
No.
and
Where'd this
got with a coworker, and she just gave him her credit card.
She gave him her.
So
Wait, so he was using her credit card?
she just gave
Like
him his
the
credit,
random girl.
Yeah, no. The girl that he works with, that he's
Oh, right.
now talking
Sorry.
to, gave him her credit card, and her family is rich,
Okay.
loaded. So he's like, I'm pretty sure I spent $5,000 of her
In
money
2 weeks?
In 2
On
weeks.
what? Also, would
He-
she just chill with it? Was this just
She was fine with it.
okay?
He would go to Cactus Club every single day from when they started serving drinks to like when she got off of work,
Oh my gosh.
which is like probably a good 5 hours, probably I'd say.
What did she do for work?
I can't remember.
Just
what.
like was it just her family
it was just
loaded?
like it was just a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, her family's
Oh
loaded.
my god.
But she lived with them. So every single day they would go back to her just big house.
That's incredible. So wait, okay. So far this man hasn't really paid off his how does his girlfriend do or his ex or wife or whatever it was?
Well, most of the story is not PG-13, so I can't be telling you much, but
Was there
lots of sex, lots.
That's not no, I'm saying
But then also,
I didn't ask for like relations.
also, he went to a strip club.
So he's not faithful. to
Oh,
his
I
girlfriend.
told you this.
No, I was
No,
saying
he
was
went to
And
not
you
even a
said-
strip club, like a massage place.
Oh,
And-
that's
And
that's
he
where
had
we end
sex
it. No, bro.
with a massage.
Children can still spell. You know that,
No,
right?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure every 12-year-old has Google these days on their iPhone.
But that's
13s.
what happened.
And so you said there was like a positive note or something at the end.
I never said this. I never said those words.
So this is just the story, and this is the dude, and now actually this is
It is a mind-boggling story. He just spent so much of this girl's money and had just such a good time. And then in the end, his girlfriend just took him back.
damn,
And now he has a child.
with the okay. Let's just maybe not talk too much about this man. Then this is a real life we're talking about
Yeah.
here.
But isn't that you asked me what the most crazy story is? That is, bro.
All right, I mean that's fair
Another
enough.
crazy story.
Another one.
Another one.
Okay.
One of my coworkers. Everyone at my work is older than me
Right.
by like 5 years. That's like the second youngest person there.
Yeah.
And they were telling me, like, he was like, I used to, every weekend, would go through an 8-ball of Coke. Every single weekend? Bro, what? And he said he spent $16,000 in 8 months on Coke. Or something like that. It was something. No, I know it was
$16,000?
16,000, but I can't remember the amount of time he said.
Sometimes I'm going out to McDonald's and I was like, damn, I spent $200 this week out on like fast food, and that's a lot of money. But spending $16,000 on like an addiction, that's rough. That's
I don't even know how you would even do that.
imagine saving that money. Imagine like
That's how much money I've
Investing it.
made from my
Yeah.
job from now.
I haven't even made that much.
I
mean,
made
you
that
really-
much. That's saving every single dollar, not spending anything.
Yeah, and that's not including like living expenses, like
Oh,
rent,
yeah.
food, like that's just spending. Oh my gosh. Yo, that man had more than 8 balls. That's all I'm saying.
Any wild stories from your work?
Every day is a wild story.
Yeah, your job seems like a wild story.
Yeah. Let's think. I think the weirdest thing to happen.
Oh, I should have said one of those stories.
What? What'd you say?
I should have talked about that, not my coworkers.
No,
stories that
because
you
I
told
can't
me.
think of like any stories my coworkers have told me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something will come to mind. But I think we need to finish up on the story about your birthday. So we ended up going out. We found a hotel in Vancouver, and we we stayed the night. We went out for dinner. Everything was fun. Oh, Logan, because we turned 19, he was like, yo, you got to do everything once. We got scratch-off tickets.
Oh my god, we did when we had scratch off tickets.
These tickets, man. He bought I think 20-ish bucks. So not that.
I think it was like close to $30 in scratch
Yeah.
tickets. I was like, we walk in there and this guy's like not on the same vibe level as I was. I walk in there, I'm like,
Hey, what's up?
I'd like to win $1 million as I'm looking at this scratch ticket. I'm like, I'll take that one. And then Ethan was like,
But no, bro.
he was like, no. That one scratch ticket is $20. I was like, whoa.
You
what?
didn't. It's not like it's surprising. It has the numbers on the.
I
corners
didn't
of the
see
tickets.
that. And then you said that, and I was like, oh my god. So I got like a variety of different ones, and everyone's going through them.
Yeah, we had.
We were
all
only
the 8
we were
people.
gonna do them once every hour.
Yeah.
Instead, we did them all in about 20 minutes. But
Well,
it's okay.
It's okay. We got through them. You scratched. I think I also bought one, and I never bought one before, so it was weird.
Yeah,
It was like, wow, we just spent money on something that is just paper.
that is something I don't understand why you'd have to be a certain age to do.
What do you mean, gambling?
Ah, I guess it is gambling. You're right.
That's the biggest definition.
But I feel like
of
at
gambling.
18, I could have bought that scratch
You
ticket.
could have. The dude didn't even ID you,
Oh,
so you technically could have.
I couldn't have won.
And they gave you okay, so we went back.
Oh,
Logan's
yeah.
like, I won $60, and
I thought I had won 10 on one and 50 on another card. I was hyped. I was like, I doubled my money first time. I'm doing this a lot. Not really. That was not going through my head that second. But I was like, I'm hyped. I just won all my money back.
Mm-hmm.
We're balling. Little did I know, I was incorrect about the $50 one. And the man, I was like so hyped that I was just in like a daze of like, I'm winning. So I walk in there, I give him my cards, and I'm so happy. And then he just says, okay, you get $10. And everything started going black. I was so upset. I was like, what? But I'm so unconfrontational. I was like, I'm not even going to say anything. And he was like, do you want that in cash? And I was like, yeah, I'll take that in cash.
he was like, you want it in cash or more tickets? And then you were like, what? He's like, you want that in cash or more tickets? Got $10. And then you were like, $10, yeah, and cash. And then he gave it to you, and you're like, "What? What happened?" Like you looked so lost, like a gazelle
I was
in the
so
forest.
upset. It
with no
ruined
parents.
my vibe.
We walked outside, and you were like, "That man just ripped me off. He didn't give me the." And I was like, "No, Logan, you didn't," because he was talking. The dude was talking really quietly. I was like, "Nah, you just didn't win." And Logan's like, "No, that's not what happened. I must have won. He didn't give it to me." I was
No,
like,
I was
"No,
talking
bro."
about how much of a this guy was not very nice.
Yeah, you were saying he
in
wasn't
my head.
nice.
In my head, I was like, this man is just saying. He was just like, in my head, he was like, you won $10. Do you want cash? And I was like, this man is mean. He's a mean man.
But he was really nice, and he just gave you also just winning cash. That's so weird. I thought they would give you like debit or something.
I thought they would have let me put on my debit card.
Yeah, and you went to give him your debit card, and he just gave you cash.
Yeah, well, I had my debit card out because in my head I was just like, oh, he's just gonna put it on the machine. I'm gonna tap my card. all good.
All
Just
good,
a
yeah.
refund. No,
Nah, bro.
not it. It must have to be cash because like the cash registers,
I think there's just
it's
like
probably just set up in a way where,
I think it's cheaper
It's
to
not
give you
their
cash
money.
because there's no tax and
but
like.
it's not their money. It's lotto money. They probably have to like.
Oh.
It's probably something that they have to do where they take cash out of the till. They like write it down, and then they tell the lotto company.
that they gave him that much cash.
Yeah, and then they send it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, imagine making the cards for like scratch offs.
I don't think it's a person, bro. I think it's a machine.
Someone has to design the
Oh yeah.
fact of it,
Yeah.
the thing, right?
You know, it doesn't even matter. You don't have to scratch them off.
I know,
You
but
just
like,
scan them.
but then that's gambling.
Yeah, when you just
At
buy
least like
10
a fun
just to
little
scan 'em.
game, bro.
Well, that's how they get you. That's what makes it gambling. It's
Yeah,
the
but I
fact
like
that you're
the fun
addicted
little
to
game.
it. Yeah, that's the part.
Well, I've only done it once. So I can't be
Yeah.
addicted.
Once and done. There's actually, I think the tickets are.
Scratch off tickets are the gateway drug to full blown casino royale.
Hey, bro. Once I turn 19, we're going to the casino.
You already turned 19.
And when I turn 21, we're going to L.A., Las Vegas.
That's LV, brother.
That was really bad.
That was terrible. I'm not even gonna do it again. I don't want to.
Well, that was a good podcast. I have to go though.
I know. I didn't even realize what time it was.
Yeah.
We were talking pretty good though, so I'm big vibes.
Yeah, we talked very good enunciation we got there.
Talked very pretty good. Very pretty boy.
Very pretty boy. You still got to get your head shaven.
Yeah, it's
happening?
not happening anymore.
No? I'm what changed?
Laura said no.
You said she said yes.
I don't know why. I definitely did talk to her about it, and in the moment, I thought she said yes, and then I was trying to convince her because I brought it up again, and she was like no, and I was trying to convince her. No, I'm not gonna lose the battle over $500.
Bro,
so
split
sorry.
it 250
Yo,
with her,
it's
easy. No, not worth it.
If I'm shaving my head, I'm keeping that Falcon. The whole $500.
I'm telling you just gotta shave down the middle, put the hat on. No one will even bat an eye.
Everyone would bat an eye.
No one would bat an eye because they wouldn't know. They'd still see the sides.
Dude, that's not. Mentally though, I'd be crushed. I'd have no.
You couldn't take your hat off for 5 seconds
after Halloween, dude. During Halloween, everyone would be like, "Yo,
that's so
that costume
cool.
is dope. You fully committed." After Halloween, the second it turns 12:01, I am not happy.
Taking Logan to I was gonna say a pube shop, a toupee shop. Taking Logan to the toupee. You imagine when it starts growing out and the top is like an inch long, but the rest is like 6 inches long.
Oh,
Oh,
it just looks like a crater.
I'm a crater.
Crater, barely know her.
I've been manspreading this whole time. I feel real bad.
Oh, everyone saw your dusty gooch. Okay.
I'm just gonna cut it. I'm just gonna cut it on when you said that.
Signing out.
Bye.
Bye.